to be with us on today. We just thank each and every one of you for walking this walk with us through this awakening. And we're really excited about the word that we're going to give today. This is going to be a continuation of the lesson that we did on last week. Continuation. Shabbat Shalom, Ak. It's coming on today. Shabbat Shalom, Ak. And we're just really excited about this lesson today. It's going to be a continuation of the lesson that we did on last week. And last week that lesson was called Chosen but Unaware of It. Chosen but Unaware of It. Shalom, fam. Shalom. And we're really excited about today. And like I said, we for the sake of time, we're not going to give a long, detailed review of what we've done. We already put the links in there. So for anybody that hasn't been with us the first 4 weeks, you have an opportunity to go back and check those videos out. We really strongly suggest that you do, so that you can be on the same page and on one accord with us as we go through these things today. Like I said, we're really excited today, but I do want to give you just a brief review for those who were not with us on last week, just because this is going to be a continuation of what we taught on last week. Now, we went through the scriptures on last week. We started in Genesis right there at Genesis 9 when they came off the ark, and we discovered that the descendants of Ham, the descendants of Shem, the descendants of Japheth is all the people that we come from. And so then we went through each one of the process of each one of the major people in the Bible to show you that these people were connected to us, that they were all black people. And they were not the people that they had been portrayed to be. So it's very important today that you take in consideration of opening your eyes and not looking at what you currently see, and understand what the scriptures say about you. Today we're not only going to give you biblical evidence today, but we're going to give you historical evidence today that prove that none, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are the children of Israel today. All right, so we're going to start out today. Grab your Bibles with us and go to Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter. And as I said, for those who just joined us today is a continuation of the lesson, chosen but unaware of it. So go to your Bibles, Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter. We're going to look at verses 8 through 10 here today. This is going to be the foundation scriptures for us today, for today's lesson. Chosen but unaware of it. Chosen but unaware of it. Deuteronomy 32, verse 8. Give me verse 8 there.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Now, as we talked about this before, I need to give you a proper understanding of what this verse is talking about here. It says that when the Most High divided the inheritance of the nations, meaning that when you go back to Genesis 11, when he separated all of the people from the bounds, from the Tower of Babel, he set different cultures, different people in different lands. And when he set those people up in that area, he says here that he set boundaries. And this interpretation here says the children of Israel. But if you Google this and you look at it in the true original Hebrew, this says the sons of God, which means we're talking about the angels. Okay? So the different nations, all of the different nations that was in the earth realm during this time and even up to this day, he placed angels over those nations. Okay? The nations were to be submitted to angels. They didn't realize, they just considered them as gods. But you have to understand the timing of the day. So the Most High, when he divided the sons of Adam, he placed angels over the different nations. But look at what he said about Israel. Look at verse 9.
For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
So he's saying now, as far as the other nations, I put angels over those nations, okay? But as far as Israel, he is my portion. Israel was his own personal portion. He was the God of Israel, okay? So this is why when you go throughout history, you go to all the different nations and all the different cultures, this is why they have multiple gods, because there was multiple angels that he put over those things. To verify that, you go to Job, the first chapter, when it says that the sons of God came to the throne of God. So that means when you see in the Old Testament, when it says sons of God, they're talking about the angels, okay? So he placed angels over every nation. But for Israel, he kept Israel to himself. Look at verse 10.
He found him in a desert land and in the waste howling wilderness. He led them about. He instructed them. He kept him as the apple of his eye.
As the apple of his eye. So if you just joined us today, today's lesson is chosen but unaware of it. So, with every other nation, he put angels over them. But with Israel, he said, no, for us, I'm going to keep you as the apple of my eye. And if you go into Zechariah, he repeats that again. That he says, anyone who touches him touches the apple of his eye. All right? This is how important we are to the Most High. Now, let's go to Deuteronomy 7. We're going to speed through these things initially because we need to set a foundation so you can understand how important you are. Because in this nation, they have called us niggas. They have called us 3/5 of a man in the Constitution. They have called us savages and coloreds, and they have called us ignorant, and they called us all these other different names that they have put on us. And when we get at the end, we're going to show you why they made up all the different names about us. But the Most High, the way he sees us, the way he envisions us, the way he labels us, the way he talks about us is completely different the way the world does. So today I want you to just look past what this government calls you, look past what society calls you, look past what you even may feel about yourself, and listen to what the Most High has to say. Chosen, but unaware. Deuteronomy 7. We're going to look at verses 6 through 8 here. Go ahead. I'll get there. Deuteronomy 7, verses 6 through 8.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Listen to what the Most High says there. Now see, the world in this country in America may say that you're a minority. The world in this country may say that you just black. You know, you just nothing, you're colored. You know, you just some guy, some insignificant person over here that we can destroy, and we can put drugs in your neighborhood, and we can put you in prison and keep all of our queens in the projects. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High says, no, you are a special people. Read that verse for them again.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Chosen, but unaware of it. Because we listen to the rhetoric that America called us. We listen to the rhetoric of what the Western world had called us. We listen to the world of what the media has called us. We listen to the rhetoric of what they call us in these rap songs and how they portray us in the movies and the sitcoms. But the Most High said, I chose you to be a special people above all people. Chosen, but unaware of it. Look at verse 7.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people.
Okay, so the precept for that verse right there, is Genesis the 46th chapter, verses 8 through 27. Because when Jacob went into Egypt, when he found out his son Joseph was alive, and the sons came back and told him, and he sought the Most High and said, should I go into this land? And the Most High said, don't worry about it. Don't fear the people. Go into this land. You're going to be taken care of. So Genesis, the 46th chapter, verse 8 through 27, gives you the list of the names of each one of the sons and the children that he had. And when it gets down to verse 27, it says that there was only 70 people from Israel that went into the land of Egypt. It was only 70 of them. 70. But when they came out 1,000,000 strong. So it's not like we had done this great work and we were just great of people. We was the smallest among. We was only 70 when we went into Egypt. But when we went into Egypt, we got blessed. And we grew. See, things didn't just go bad. It went bad at the end of Egypt, but when we first went in, we was on because Joseph was ruling. And the Pharaohs knew Joseph, but we had much favor. And we're going through the lessons throughout the year of the awakening. We're going to go into those in detail to show you truly how we were ruling in Egypt. These are some of the parts that they leave out. But we're going to get to that. So, verse 8.
But because the Lord loved you, and because you would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out unto a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Because the Lord loves you. Not because we were so special, not because we done anything to deserve it. Grace was already available. People like to say that grace only came after. We had grace the whole time. Grace the whole time, and mercy was given to the people of the rest of the world because their law, their sins were not held according to them. But us, we had grace the whole time. We didn't do anything to deserve this love, but the Most High gave it to us anyway. If you just joined us today, today's lesson is chosen, but unaware of it.